Hello everyone, welcome to the 9 episodes of Starstream. Today we'll be building a LEGO Star Wars creation, 16 by 24 stats, like I said in the community post 3 weeks ago actually. So a small sized based creation based on your idea from the community post. I asked you like 3 weeks ago what would you want to see in such scale, and there was one comment. Let me pull this up. There's one comment from this gentleman right here, and I love that idea, post Endor MOC. I have never built Endor yet, so this will be fun. And a fallen Imperial base defended by the Remnant troopers. I love the New Republic timeline because it's very fresh, it's interesting, there's a lot of concepts to be had there, so that should be fun. I'm not sure if the base will be anything big in particular, maybe some destroyed bits of base. I'm thinking more like a camp, but because the size isn't too big, so that's the thing I want to do today. So who is with us today? General Stormtrooper, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? DT Mox, welcome as well. Baylor, hello. Alexander, hello. Do you have a mock idea already? DT Mox, yes, I have idea mock already because I said in the community post. I made it like 3 weeks ago, and I said basically what would you like guys to see, and there was quite a bit of great suggestions there, but that one just sparked the imagination immediately. So that is what we are going to be doing today. I thought you did an Endor mock. I actually didn't. I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like I have never actually did Endor mock before, so that should be quite new. I completely don't have parts for the border, I feel like, so maybe we'll not build a regular border like usual, but we'll just take some plates for now, and from plates we'll do a base for our creation. What's up, fellas? Welcome to the stream. Great to have you here, man. So guys, what are you doing today? Are you building? Are you watching? Just are you minding your own stuff basically? What is on the plate today, everyone? I hope the audio is good and everything is working smoothly. This should be right about this size. Alright. Watching the General Stormtrooper. Oh, and Fellas is building. Fellas, what are you building today? Would you like to share it with us, or just prefer to keep it to yourself until the product is finished, your creation is finished? Because that is also a great approach. Alright, so something to this dimension. I don't know if I want to build it very high or not. V-Star, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, man? So I'm thinking just a simple black border for some nicer aesthetic, and so I would not have to do the entire freeform style terrain, because that would be too long to do. Saw your last tank vid and decided to try it for myself. That's awesome. So you'll be building a tank, from what I can tell. For what faction, or maybe just something completely sci-fi? Oh, let's use those pieces. So we have a much higher black border than usual. I wanted this to be a nice semi-display piece, if you call it that way. Or actually, maybe not. Maybe just use a bit more plates and tiles. Maybe you build a middle of modular MOC. This will solve the problem of lack of parts for the barrier. You mean the freeform style? the problem with that is that it will take quite a bit of time. So I will quickly just do a simple border that won't require as many parts, but will be just a nice rounded design that will be enough for this creation. Because I wasn't not expecting to be building this week that much, but I have finished a MOC for November, so that will be awesome. Probably one of my best bases I made. Maybe I shouldn't be spoiling this right now, but oh well. I made a base because I really wanted to make a base and I had fun idea, and the base is ready. I took all the pictures and everything. Now just there'll be out of time spent in the university because I'm going back, so I won't be having that much time to build. The live streams will be appearing anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem. But the base turned out awesome, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. But that won't happen, like I said, for at least 1.5 months from now, because it is for November. Because October will be very busy and I have no time to build. Alright, we managed to do it pretty quickly. So far, Republic and Separatists. So, fellas, so you're going for the every faction. That's fun. That's definitely fun. Or just major factions, like 6 factions, or the Clone Wars factions, or original trilogy as well, you will do. I think the droid tank was too small in your vid for the pilot battle droid. I mean, it was just one pilot droid for it. I didn't want it to be big because I wanted to be a small tank. A light infantry support, but at the same time to be mostly a recon vehicle. So I didn't feel the need to make it large, especially that heavier tanks were much bigger in that video, so that was my line of thinking there. Hello Donut Bricks, welcome. Hello Donut Bricks Studios. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Sorry for the grammar, English is my not native language. Alexander, don't worry, it is not my native language as well. I probably do a lot of mistakes when I'm talking, especially live, because when I'm making video I try to correct myself, but it depends on the situation really. So don't worry. The most important thing to not be afraid speaking this language and to communicate as best as you can. Alright. That should do it. Of course, when you are using plates, the bending starts to be happening, but it shouldn't be a big of a problem when we start putting more stuff on this build. Because so far there is nothing going on here. As for the minifigures of this build, I'm going to use one Rogue One Stormtrooper with the... Actually, it is Battlefront version, Battlefront 2015 version Stormtrooper with the damage markings. I love this minifigure. I wish we got more variety in Stormtroopers nowadays, because I feel like we are getting the same basic Stormtrooper, which is good for the army building, but just like this damaged troopers are great to have in your collection, especially for some MOCs and battles. We will also use a female Imperial officer. I have no idea what's the rank designation because I don't know all the Imperial rank designations in Star Wars. So if you know, you can let me know. And we also have the male Imperial officer that will be also stranded on Endor. Clone Wars mainly, I might do like Umbarian. Fellas, Umbarian design. I also was considering doing an Umbarian design, but I said, alright, let's do the main factions first, and maybe Umbarian will be something for the future video if it happens. So that will be fun, man. Umbara has a lot of uniquely shaped vehicles, and they have a distinct design, so you should have fun with that. Where are you from? I'm from Poland, Cookie. And what's your native language? My native language is Poland. Polish, I'm sorry, Polish. Hi, Andreas, welcome to the stream. Great to see you here. How are you doing today? I hope everything is great in your home or wherever you are. I wish that I have more stormtroopers. I only have 2. General Stormtrooper, you are a general of stormtroopers, but have only 2 troopers on your command. I feel like you should work on your... I'm just kidding. I mean, it shouldn't be, man, a really problem. The stormtroopers are in various of sets nowadays, and it will probably increase even next year with Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So you should be able to pick it up a bit more later in the year. The next year. But on Bricklink there should be some. If you are interested in having them now, they shouldn't be that pricey, as Lego put a lot of stormtroopers in the previous year in the sets. It's kind of bending, and I forgot about the plate bending. That's a thing. But it is quite alright. Can you build a clone base after? S3 edits, welcome to the stream. I believe I didn't welcome you yet. Clone base, maybe not on the live stream, because today we're building just this Imperial Remnants destroyed base. That's a long name. I will need to think of something better for the final name of the build. But a destroyed, a clone base might happen. I just say this, it may happen in November. Maybe I built already one, but I won't show you this now. I will leave it at that. But there's some fun stuff on the desk behind me, so don't worry, clone base should appear soon. And there will be another one of those pool videos, so if you want to participate in this build, guys, I will probably create in a week or two a community tab post with asking you what the next MOC, this size MOC probably, should be in your opinion. What would you like to see in a smaller size? Maybe a scene that isn't that prominent in Star Wars, but is fun and can do well as a live stream build. You can then type it in the chat and in the comments section, and we'll see how this will be, how this will go. So we have the base, and that's cool. We have a nice base for Endor. Endor for me is primary. It's crazy that I have never built Endor, because Endor seems like a great and obvious pick for me. Have you ever thought about a Ryloth MOC? Cookie, I did a lot of Ryloth MOCs, especially back in the day, like 2018, 2019. I had like Clone Outpost on Ryloth, there was Clone Base on Ryloth, there was a Droids Republic Defense on Ryloth, and there was of course 501st based on Ryloth. That is the first video that did amazingly well on my YouTube channel, which was 5 years ago, and then I feel old. So yeah, there is quite a bit of Ryloth MOCs. For the foreseeable future, I'm not planning to do anything with Ryloth. Should I make a Lego pension? Basically, whenever I do a haul, I put like 2-3 minifigures away in the box, and inbox whatever I put away in a YouTube video in like 5 years time. Oh wait. Should I make a Lego pension? Basically, whenever I do a haul, I could put like 2-3 minifigs away in a box, then inbox whatever I put away in a YouTube video, like 5 years time. Alright, so it'll be so you want to do like a memory box that you are putting some of your stuff there, and like in 5 years you won't really remember what you put there, and you will open it on a video. That's what you're saying? That's a fun idea, not gonna lie. I wouldn't have the determination, and especially the I forgot what the word was in English for that. to be patient enough, as well as to just hold myself back from not getting those figures back. I agree with people who hate sequels because of their plot, but I also agree with you. Sequels use amazing designs, especially in Lego form, and there are more creative possibilities at that time. Thank you for the input, Alexander. You should do more MOCs with the 91st. I feel like in the early days of my YouTube channel, I overused 91st Recon Corps, because I did like every now and then. Those were the only one or the two phase 2 clone troopers I had, so I was using them quite a lot in the builds, and they were just prominently appearing. So what we want to have here, Endor, what it screams to me is primary dark reddish brown ground, a lot of ground actually, a lot of mud, a little bit of terrain, for which I'll use dark green because it is a great color for Endor, and there's a lot of plants and vegetation, which will be great to use those green plant pieces that will have an amazing contrast with the dark green colors. Should I buy the new MDT for $130? Oh man, that's a better price, but I feel like it will go even lower in price in a few months, preferably, because that set will definitely drop down in price. But if you are very interested in it and maybe you're thinking about Christmas, I can't tell if there will be better deals in the Christmas time. Probably, but that really depends what you're after, man. If you want to have it now, then sure, if you have the money, if you really want it, go for it. Wait for the 110 and then that's a good deal. That's what that price should have been. Yeah, MDT is... MDT, I feel like $120 would be good for the set. 160 is just too much. Biggest sandwich, where do you live, bro? But MDT over... I'm... $250. You have MTT for $250. That's crazy. I live in Russia. New sets are not in official shops, but on websites. Oh, that's why. That is a steal. 250 for that small MTT. That is not a steal. That is a stealing from you. Oh wow. So I'm thinking about the layout for this. Maybe a little entrance to the destroyed Imperial base. So like here probably. Maybe destroyed wall here. A little bit camp piece somewhere here. And a lot of vegetation in this corner and probably in this corner. So let's get to work. So in the back I definitely want to have just a regular light bluish gray piece. The same will go here. Hey, how are you, Big Tech? Welcome to the stream. How are you? I'm doing great. I have a fun time with you and chatting here, so what more would you want? Especially that university will start soon and I won't have that much time for building. Which is unfortunate, but I had a vacation time thanks to it. Alright, of dark bluish grey. Oh, dark bluish grey. Reddish brown. What's up with the XP thingo? XP thingo? I don't know what you mean, man. Alright, in the back I want to have a bit of dark green color, as it will break up nicely the monotonic reddish brown. Also I have a lot of dark green pieces in the MOC behind me. But I have enough for a build of this size. So that will not be a problem by any means. It is the super chat. Oh, hello, how are you? The MOC stop, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Alright, and a bit of destroyed base on this side, so I need to have more plates. And actually 1x2 pieces will be also beneficial here. Probably I want to have a bit of foliage growing into the base. I'm not sure at which time those troopers and officers, actually one trooper and two officers, got here. Maybe they just got here like not that long time ago and just set up a camp in the remnants of the destroyed base. Because they are just constantly moving through the forest because angry teddy bears are after them. If you've played Battlefront, you know what I'm talking about. Do you planning to collab with some other LEGO Star Wars YouTubers? There's nothing in the works, but if something would appear, I mean, if I will find the time, that would be awesome. There were talks about some collaborations with a few people, but just it comes to the time. It comes down to the time. Just everyone are doing their own thing. They are quite busy, and it's understandable. Alright, something like this. So a bit of wreckage base in this place. And the vegetation in the back. I will elevate it a bit to have a nicer time dropping those plants. Oh my god, it's that Cantina top General Stormtrooper. I missed him. Hello man, how are you? Cantina. Just hop in what we were working on. Hello man, we are working on the remnant base for the Imperial Army. Actually, the destroyed Imperial Army base and the remnants of the Empire uses. Basically, you are using it as a hideout to hide from angry teddy bears on Ewok. Battlefront 2 players know what I'm talking about. And it's a simple idea, but I wanted to build it as I feel like there is not a lot of builds in the New Republic era, and I hope to see more, especially with the next year's Ahsoka release. I'm really excited. Probably Ahsoka is most definitely Ahsoka is the most interesting for me in the terms of the next year's releases, and we have a lot of great stuff next year. But I can't wait for that show. I love the first season and I just want to see what they are going to do next. What percentage of the MOCs you scrap after building them? Do you keep them all on display as a piece? Oh no, I would love to, but I have just not enough pieces for that. Most of the MOCs I scrap them like after a week, after 2 weeks. Depends on the build and depends if I need pieces for something now. So yeah. The only things I keeping are smaller builds. For example, I still have the first of the Special Forces TIE Fighter and the Resistance X-Wing from my Assault on Starkiller base from 2022. I have my AT-AT newest one. I have the Bark Speeder build because I probably will use them at some point, so that's why they are here with me again. Love the angry teddy bears. The Cantina top. I am not sure. I'm not sure if you're talking here the truth. Are you held hostage by the angry teddy bears? If so, write 1 in the chat. They are not to be reckoned with. They are something else. Especially when it's so dark on Endor and suddenly you hear them screaming in the dark. Oh, alright, I'm going behind the chat. Have you heard earlier that you can't tell the Imperial ranks by the titles they have? I can if you are interested, I know most. Andreas, I know only a bit the top ranking ones, but we have them here. So you can see there is one with 3 blue lines on the left and 2 red lines on the right, and we have the female trooper with the officer, excuse me, with the 3 reds on the left and 1 blue on the right. They are the designations for those, and I just don't know them. Do you think I should sell some of my collection? The reason why I want to sell some of it is because I have almost no space left and I have a lot of duplicates or trade for other stuff I want. If you have duplicates and you don't really desire them, you can do 2 things. I do this with my duplicates if I get some. You can either sell them and get a bit of money, maybe trade with someone if you have that possibility, that's awesome. Or you can just take them apart and have them for the builds if you are interested in MOC building. That are probably the approaches I would do. Sounds like fun. Thank you, man. Well, who is your favorite Star Wars YouTuber if it has to be Lego Star Wars or not Lego Star Wars? Well, that's a tricky question. Honestly, there are so many great creators out there. But probably in terms of Star Wars, maybe Star Wars YouTubers will be easier because I don't watch that many various ones. Hello Grido, but he doesn't create that much anymore, unfortunately. He just decided to take some free time from this YouTube space, and I totally understand it. But other than that, Star Wars Explained is a great channel. Alex and Molly are great hosts, and there is a lot of fun and positive stuff there, so that is fun to watch. Probably my 2 picks. Yeah. Do you have any advice on how to grow my YouTube channel? General Stormtrooper. Try to think what is popular and try to make it find the popular ideas and make your own spin on them. That probably is my advice for it. I'm not sure if I should be giving advice on it, but that is something I would do if I would be only caring about growth. Just find what worked or what works on YouTube, on some other channels, how big the exposure of the idea is, and make your own spin on the idea. That is probably something that you could do. Alright. I really like your new video, the tank vid. Thank you, the MOC. I appreciate it. What is the idea of the leaf piece? It looked gorgeous. Atentiusz, I unfortunately have no idea, but if you go on Bricklink and you will search for the Endor Speeder Chase, that diorama set from 2023, yes, 2023, it had a lot of them, I believe, so you can just check the parts in that set and find that leaf piece, because I have no, it is a great piece. It is a fantastic piece because it has a lot of textures, it is very usable for your dioramas, so I highly recommend it. So that's probably how you can find it the easiest way. Maybe someone knows the number out of their mind. Oh, what's the build today? Ishen, it is just remnants of the Imperial base on Endor that are now serving as a hideout for some of the Imperial forces, actually just our Imperial group of troopers, 1 trooper and 2 officers that are stranded on Endor and trying their best to escape from angry teddy bears. Ewok Hunt is my favorite game mode. I love the thrill of the hunt. That is a great game mode, not gonna lie. Love Star Wars Explained. Yeah, it's a great channel. I know if you said it, but Meta Nerds has a great lore as well. Meta Nerds is also fun, but I haven't watched their videos in a long time. But I know what you're talking about. They have also great dedication to lore videos. from the channels that were present in a day, cinematic captures was amazing. Laughter films was great, as well as what was the name? There was one guy that did a lot of great Star Wars spaceship battles and is still doing those, but I just can't recall his name. But he did the Remnant series basically. That he is also great, and we have of course SWFT, so Star Wars Fan Tributes, an amazing creator, definitely my favorite channel in terms of the Star Wars tributes. If you are into those, fantastic stuff. He does an amazing job with each single video. Highly recommend if you haven't seen that one. You can just explore Star Wars themes on your own with his videos and gain a new appreciation for something you have seen already, so highly recommend. Well, for the ranks, the single raw thing is before the Battle of Yavin, Destruction of the Death Star, because many high rankings have passed away. 2 blue and 4 red would be Rear, not Admiral, not Fleet. That is interesting. There was a time when I knew those ranks, but probably I'm happy I don't know them anymore, because that's kind of scary to know these ranks. But yeah, they are just they are fun. I definitely prefer the Imperial rank system than the First Order one. The First Order one works great for the action figures and for the movies, but unfortunately, for the lore especially behind them, but unfortunately in LEGO minifigures the First Order troopers usually have no arm printing, so you don't have the designation on their arms. Because for those who don't know, the First Order troopers have the designation, what type of officer he is, written on his sleeve, so right probably in this place. You have it on the First Order Admiral minifigure that came out in the polybag, and those ranks are written in Arabic, so in the Star Wars language, and they're usually mentioning the heroes of the Empire. So for example, I can't recall if it was an admiral who had a Tarkin written on the sleeve, and there was a lot of like this, so fun stuff. Probably I should starting to build this a bit faster. No, not Fleet Admiral. Alright, hello everyone, welcome Gruby, how are you doing? The XP Gamers has some really good Fall of the Republic series as well, one of the coolest games modes for Star Wars. Fall of the Republic is for the Empire at War, if I recall, right? An amazing game. I wished we got something with the modern take on it, because the fact that Empire at War is still present in this in current time is just an argument how great this game holds up and the abilities you can do. Not abilities, but the possibilities you can have with that game. After such a long time, it's still present in the community. There's a lot of mods for it, and there is a lot of fun to be had. Like Empire at War for all 3 eras, that would be amazing. Especially that they like to pull the ships and designs from comics, from books, and from TV series, so there would be a lot of Imperial vehicles, there would be a lot of Republic vehicles, and there is quite a bit of First Order and Resistance stuff that wasn't in the films that can also be turned into games, so there is a lot of possibilities there. Maybe one day we'll see it. Yellow tires usually mean political power on engineering unit. Yeah, I remember that. The government Tarkin had three yellow badges as well, right? Or not? I honestly forgot. Oh well, I miss Locher film so much he hasn't played in 2 years now. Ishen, yeah, unfortunately, the cinematic capture as well. I know that they are working on in the industry now. Just unfortunately, the stuff they were doing was not monetizable enough to sustain it on your end, as well provide for the family and all that. So I completely understand that. It's unfortunate, but it's just the reality for the many creators that this YouTube thing is just for some, really. You won't always make it in this space or sustain it. And that is just an unfortunate reality. But they did an amazing stuff. But I can only imagine that it was just a lot of time and dedication to make those things. Good, how are you and everyone here? I'm great, Grube. I'm just building and having a fun chat. Game came out over 20 plus years ago and has people modding this to this day. Amazing game for sure. They've modded Old Republic, Clone Wars and Empire into it, so it's packed with lore. Continue top, there is a lot. There is also there is a Age of the Resistance mod for it. It was great. I know that they also had a lot of mercenary mods, the Mandalorian mods, the Thrawn's Revenge, also the mod with Thrawn and his empire. So a lot of great modding there. The community held that game strong for years now. But I wish we got something in that concept nowadays, because the possibilities for such game, especially with the modern era of computers and possibilities of every unit that is present in home, is just way bigger. So you can do a lot of awesome stuff, I believe. But it's also a niche thing, I believe. Until there won't be, I feel like there won't be any more games, at least the prominent ones, before we get new movies, because the movies are the thing that is bringing people to Star Wars. And I mean, it's apparent because when we were in the TV show era, the general population, I mean, most of my friends that were into Star Wars when the sequel trilogy was coming out, and Rogue One and Solo, when there was talk about Star Wars and all that stuff, kinda just went away when they got to the streaming. The Mandalorian was a hit, big hit with the season 1, but after that, I just lost people to talk about Star Wars in like normal life, if you can call it. So yeah. Wait, question, do you plan on doing a face reveal, or are you going to stay like private and keep wearing the first helmet in vids? S3, I'm not planning on doing a face reveal, at least for now. I said this a few times in a live stream that if I will do a face reveal, it will probably have to do with me appearing on conventions, just to hang out with friends and with the community, and maybe bring some MOCs there. So you probably would see me in some pictures on something like this, but to do it on the channel, I have just no need for it. And I feel like with the helmet, I'm more unique in a way. That I'm just not another dude on, on the camera, but oh, a stormtrooper in a suit. That's kinda fun or interesting or different. Probably opinions differ on the people. But that's my current stance on it. Oh, can you sustain the Lego passion, Lego pieces and figures with the channel? Cookie, if you are talking about only bringing, I mean, buying pieces and sets, yes, I can. Most of my things that I bought for the channel are thanks to the channel. So, in terms of the Lego and Lego especially, because the equipment and all that, a few of this is thanks to Lego, but few of this is also thanks to the other things. You can, but it isn't something that is possible to sustain life, at least not yet. I'm not sure if it will ever be. I mean, definitely the the ad revenue is way better nowadays than it was like few years ago. The worth of the each ad viewing on the channel increased, but it's still just not enough, especially if you are not in United States, which probably has the highest like basically worth of the ad revenue. It's hard to sustain it. I'm imagining Starmax having to prove his identity at con without the helmet. That may be the case, but that would be actually a lot of fun to just came up to a friend I know from the space and just start talking to him and like said, oh, I'm also building a few things in my spare time, and he's like, oh, what you're building? And I'm starting to showing him my pieces, and he's like, wait, I know those builds are from Starmax, they are not yours. And I'm just talking, but I am Starmax, and there's a lot of laugh about it. That can be a fun moment, definitely. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun if it happens one day. Oh yeah, proving my identity probably. The easiest way would be to just pull up the Instagram and show someone that I'm logged in on Starmax Instagram account. Alright, it's me. Yeah. Guys, we had Mandalorian and Grogu trailer in the past week. No, this week probably. This week. How are you feeling about it? What are your opinions about it? Have you enjoyed it? Have you not enjoyed it? What's your opinion on it? Because I feel like it's worth discussing the topic, especially as we are kind of fresh after it. I feel like Blue Milk would be a perfect addition to the MOC. I mean, it's cow on the thing, but let's pretend it was blue. Fellas69 loved it. That's awesome to hear. I can finally use that Imperial crate design. I love this print, especially that has an Imperial logo on it, but it's kind of hard to use it in the Clone Wars builds and the First Order builds because it has Imperial logo on it. So it will be fun to use it here. I'm not sure if I have a cookie. Yeah, I have a cookie. So we have the officer with the cookie in hand. Just a joke that I like to continue on my channel. If you noticed it, on my every MOC base since like fall of 2024, I have cookies somewhere in the MOC. So yeah. I haven't watched the trailer because I would rather wait till the movie, but I'm still feeling less excited after the last Mando season. Ishen, so you didn't watch the trailer and you don't want to be spoiled, so I would be careful now because we might be discussing it now. I can tell you this that should make you a bit more excited is that entire feeling of that trailer was a lot of reminiscing quite a bit of the first season of The Mandalorian, which I'm very happy because I love the first season. I loved it, and it was a great piece of Star Wars. It was unique, it was fun, it was a separate story of two fun characters, introducing a lot of new characters, and building just a world and the galaxy we haven't seen. I really dislike second season, and I was kind of meh about the third season, so that's my stance on The Mandalorian. But I love the first one, and this trailer definitely hit the vibe with the first season of it. And I'm happy that it is the case. Without spoiling anything from the trailer, I can just tell, in my opinion, that it wasn't exciting. There was nothing particular in it that would make me, oh, that's awesome, oh, that's cool. It was just, alright, it's a trailer. Nothing really happened there. I mean, we are still far far from the release of it, but I feel like they should start generating the hype for the movie, because Star Wars wasn't in the theaters for 6.5 years, and it will be an important moment and test to bring the general public back again to Star Wars. So yeah, that will be definitely a test for them. And they need to go big with that film. I hope there is more to see than the trailers are bringing now, but we shall see. We shall see. I'm definitely just the most excited that we have Star Wars back in the theaters, and there will be, I'm hoping for a lot of Star Wars merch for the general public to gain interest in Star Wars again, because it will be in the theater. So that is my reasoning behind it. Oh, hello everyone, StormyCube, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Are you building something today, man? Good luck on the rest of the stream, brother. Good some editing to do. The Cantina Top, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the fun conversation we had. It was a brief one, but it was a really fun one. Good luck on the editing, and keep smashing those videos, man. The one with the taking the concept of I forgot what was the name of that card, Star Wars card game, and bringing them into the creations. Really, really fun idea. Loved it, man. So keep it up. Hi, Stormy. Welcome, Stormy. I'm not super worried about the spoilers. Most trailers know that just show practically the entire movie. So don't worry, because Mandalorian and Grogu trailer didn't show anything. I mean, we still don't know anything about the premise of the movie. There was a little synopsis written, but it's very generic and just says what we know, that Mando will be going on some tasks from the New Republic to maybe track down some Imperials, but we don't know anything more. And that is fine, because I don't want to be spoiled completely, but I would like to know at least a bit what the movie is going to be about. Especially that is a standalone movie. So we had Rogue One, which was how the rebels got the Death Star plans. We had Solo. Alright, let's see the history of Han Solo. How he got the Falcon, how he met with Lando, how he did his castle run. And the Mandalorian Grogu movie we know nothing about, for now at least. But that may change. I feel like they should release at least 2 more trailers, like one near the Christmas or maybe in the January, and the one probably like usually it is for the movies, like a month for 1.5 months before the release of the movie. Where are you from? I'm from Poland. I think they should make more Imperial stuff. I like the Imperial vehicles. Alright, in the Imperial stuff, I mean, are you talking about the designs in universe or just Lego sets? I agree. I feel like we are now oversaturated with the prequel stuff. Not the prequel stuff, because from the prequels we have almost nothing besides Jango Fett's Starfighter. But the Clone Wars stuff that is kind of trying to be also Revenge of the Sith stuff, we have just not too much of the, let's say it, prequel era stuff. I would love to see more original trilogy stuff, a lot more of the New Republic stuff. Some Andor stuff would be great. I can't believe they only did one set this year, and that will probably be it. I mean, TIE Avenger was probably the most obvious pick from the Andor that you can do as a set. Maybe summer next year, but who knows. With the Ahsoka second season being released next year, and Mandalorian and Grogu will probably have some heavy spoiler sets in the summer. It will be tough. Hello Lego Trooper, welcome to the stream. I'm going to party soon, I'm going to have to leave in 5 minutes. The MOC stuff, thank you for stopping by. No pun intended. Stopping by for the stream. I appreciate you joining here in the conversation and being with us and talking some Star Wars. And have a good rest of your day, night, whenever you are, whenever you are, man. Wherever you are. Oh. Sarmax, have you seen my Lego Star Wars MOCs? I'm just wondering. Stormy Cube, I believe I saw one. Did you do the... Have you done the 8080 Walker, but just like a swamp version, but made it also similar to the Rex Walker from the Rebels series, but just a take on the 8080? Just a bit used vehicle and with a lot of like living stuff around it. If so, yes, I've seen that one, but I haven't checked out your channel yet. Are you publishing on YouTube? I should probably just ask that before even talking about the YouTube channel. If you're publishing on YouTube, I will definitely check them out. Because that 8080 was fun, man. That 8080 was fun. If it was yours. Yes, it was yours. Alright, that's great. It was a fun mock, man. Especially, I love when you're taking a unique concept or a concept we saw somewhere and you're just taking it for another build. Or another vehicle, idea, set, planet. Yeah. Bro, I just realized the Cantina Top has 4K subs. Man is climbing there and I'm happy for him. I love when Lego Star Wars MOC community is growing. As I said it, probably, I'm being probably a bit repetitive now, but it's just sad to see that so many of great MOC building channels from like 2017-18 are no longer in the space. And there's not a lot of MOC builders on YouTube still, so the Cantina Top is doing great work and I hope he will continue with it. It's fun to have a larger Lego Star Wars MOC community on the YouTube. Alright, because I kinda stopped thinking about what I'm actually doing. I'm just going with the flow and I'm not even thinking right now. I probably need some door and a bit more vegetation here. I will put some crates in this place. Like so. Actually, a bit more stats here would be very useful, but I probably won't detach it now. That's fine. I can do it in a different way. But probably this one. I will touch this one and this one. I need this piece. This one here. Or actually... yeah, in the back would be good. Do you know Star Wars Old Republic, Starmax? If yes, then you can build something from it, or at least play it. It's very cool. Gruby, I was so excited for the Knights of the Republic remake when it was announced in 2021, in late September of 2021, because I really wanted to get into the story, but I have just no nostalgic for it, if you can say that, so I have a hard time adjusting to the mechanics and to the game. I played a bit, but I can't tell if it was Knights of the Republic or the Star Wars Old Republic, which game was it. But I just remember that I just couldn't get through the mechanics and kinda older approach to the... Is it RPG? Is Star Wars Old Republic RPG game? Regardless the genre of that game, so that's unfortunate, but just the case for me that I just couldn't get through it. So I was happy for the remake, but it's nowhere to be seen now and probably won't happen anytime soon. Okay, we have some stuff. Let's put here. Sounds like recent LEGO Star Wars wave has been boycotted. Hopefully movie sets get a price decrease. Hopefully. We have the prices for those movie sets. We have the numbers. There were numbers of parts probably listed, but we don't know what those sets will be. We have a rough idea what they might do, because there are not that many examples for now from that movie which they should do. I mean, Razor Crest, 8080, maybe 80RT, those are the vehicles that appeared in any promotional stuff so far. Maybe Y-Wing from that base from the third season of The Mandalorian, but other than that, it's hard to say for now. Thanks so much. Got to go see you later. Stormy, thank you for dropping by to the stream. It was great having you here. Hey, Crimson Toaster 47, welcome to the stream. The Blue Kuva, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I believe that's how it reads, how I can read it. Welcome to the stream as well. I like the plants. Thank you. They're quite basic, but they are fun. Have you seen any of my MOCs? The MOC stop? I have not. I believe I have not. Maybe I saw one, but I just cannot really tell if I did and if it was yours. Angelo, hello. Adam, hello. Adam, great to see you here. Great to see you here. I hope you had enough sleep and you are resting enough, and you are no longer depriving yourself from the sleep. But welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Angela, I'm building leftovers, really, a bit of the destroyed base of the Empire, located on Endor, with a small group of the Imperial Remnant troopers that are just hiding here, in hope that Ewoks won't find them. Alright, let's do a simple door. A bit maybe destroyed door would be fun, but I need those pieces. Everyone who joined so far, guys, what are you doing today? Are you just watching, chilling, enjoying this beautiful Saturday evening, day, morning? Or are you doing something more productive and something more demanding, for example? I will leave it for now. I probably don't need any more of those brown pieces, honestly. I feel like the basic terrain is done, and I just need to do a bit more details and a bit more vegetation. I was thinking about some trees when I first had the initial idea, but the tree would have to be like basically this entire plant spot, and they are huge, and I don't think that would work well for the size of this diorama. So maybe with a bigger Endor MOC one day I will do the trees, but for this size a gigantic tree right here would just not work. I did, thanks Adam, great to hear that. I wouldn't have been here early, just a little busy. Oh, alright. I'm glad you were able to join, because I know that life can get busy. Well, I have my own. Here they are. For the doors, I'm going to use a side building technique. The one which you can probably recognize, because I used it quite a bit to get various smooth angles in the builds. So just stacking those pieces here. Oh, I need to have a bit more of these. I'm actually not sure if with 1x2 vent pieces, slope vent pieces, this will work. So let me try that real quick, and we'll see if it aligns nicely. It does, I thought so. So we'll do a simple door, like a half open door. No, actually we'll do a destroyed door. Yeah, because there will be just a big opening in this part of the base. Probably a Y-wing or something struck on it. There isn't much backstory made already. I'm cutting out business cards for your business. That's fun. I hope that's fun. What time is for you guys? For me it's 4 AM. It's 12 here. Dang, it's 2 PM for me. Dang bro, do you live in New Zealand? No, MOC, stop. Here in Poland it's 8 PM. So that's my time for you guys. So probably I want to have those doors here, because I want to have them also hidden in the classic, very classic way of doing the bases. Actually, one further. Like this. Alright. I'm not sure if I want to put a little control panel, but if I have one, it would be probably a good idea. Yes. No, not this. Because I'm pretty sure I have only 2 of the printed one. Oh, here it is. And one was definitely used in the base, which I made already. So this panel here, it's a fun element for the key panels for your doors. It works well enough. I'll be back, got to go. Angelo, see you. It was fun having you here for just a bit. Alright, something like this. Let's see the height. That should do it. So a small, really small actually, interior entry to the base. I'm not sure. Do you guys think it should be in dark bluish gray? Well, I feel like I may not have. Oh no, I should have them. So we'll do it in light bluish gray to kind of break that color bit. Where am I? Oh, here they are. So this, here another one, and I just need some 1x2 plates. Yeah, that should do it. Because I feel like if it will be only light bluish gray, it will be kinda lost in the overall design. So I don't want this to happen. So yeah. Where? Oh, here they are. And of course, I needed to spill some of the parts all over the table. It usually happens only on the streams. It never happens when I'm doing videos. Maybe it happened once. All right. Does anybody have an idea for Star Wars MOC? Oh man, something you enjoy. The simplest as that. Something you have seen recently that is interesting for you, or that you would have fun building as your own concept for the thing. You can do that. You can also make something you have seen on the internet, but make you do your own twist on it. Maybe your favorite Star Wars movie has a scene that you would like to do, or a Star Wars TV show. There is plenty of options. Alright, and I want to have another. Oh no, actually no, because I only want to make a distinction that there was a door here some time ago. It is no longer present, as it was destroyed. Can you out of the helmet you wear? Can you out of the helmet you wear? I'm not sure, Adam, what you meant by that comment. Nope, all my ideas suck. Oh, unfortunate. Also, Starmax, where did you get your helmet? It's from Hasbro. From what I understand, it's a movie-based mold that they are that they were selling like a few years ago, like in early 2022 or late 2021. I can't remember that. I got it then, and I got it from then on. So I hope that helps. I'm not sure if it is even available now, because Hasbro helmets have a run. Usually they're lasting for like year or two, and then they're just gone completely from the market. Maybe you can find it somewhere on eBay or any other site, but it will probably be hard to find one nowadays. But Hasbro is releasing a really awesome helmet of the Stranger, the Chimere from the Acolyte series. The gold helmet, it looks fantastic. It's not something I would be interested in, but it's a fantastic piece. For any of you out there who enjoyed Acolyte and want to have something nice from the show, I don't believe there will be much merch anymore, so that's something worth having an eye out. Maybe it will be a bit cheaper. I have to go. Take care, everyone. Bye. Grube, thank you for stopping by on the stream. Demok Stop, thank you also for the stream, and see you. Hello there, Igor. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I hated the Acolyte, but the helmet looks sleek. Our helmet is great, a fantastic design. I'm sad that we won't see Stranger anytime soon, at least. But I hope one day, maybe in a live-action series, we're just focusing on him and Plagueis and all that stuff. Maybe something will happen there, but probably unlikely, as Disney is doubling down on the Star Wars, on the Star Wars overall on TV series. Not only Star Wars, Marvel also got their big decrease in stuff. Alright, like this. So bits of the destroyed base are there. but I just need some tiles to smooth out the back section of it. Regardless, it was a nice base at some point before it was destroyed. Yeah. I love your last video, it was cool. Heavy Trooper, thank you very much for the kind words for that video. It was a fun one to make, and I hope the guys you enjoyed it. It was good to be back with some roots of this channel, because for those that don't know, I was making quite a lot of my unique designs and unique vehicles from Star Wars universe back in the day. And it was something that was prominent on my channel. But then it just... I wasn't that much interested and I didn't think about it anymore, honestly. So it was fun to do it again. And quite possibly I will do another one of these, because I'm starting to having some ideas for the possible future sequel episode to this. But it is in early development, if anything. I'll be just gathering the ideas and concepts what I can make as well, to not make it boring with the same stuff. Cantina Top was here. Adam, yeah, he was here. We talked a bit about Star Wars Empire at War, and it was a fun chat. Alright, we have that. I feel like let me actually show you how the MOC is looking right now so far. It will be a simple construction. I don't want to overdo it with details and with tricky designs, but to make it at least recognizable and known for what it is. I want to have a smaller camp here and probably a bit more vegetation, and it is just abandoned part of the base, of the leftover base, with the remaining section of the doors and destroyed section here. Probably I should have a bit more debris from that, from the destroyed what was the word for it? I'm stuck. Destroyed door. Oh, alright, destroyed door. So we'll just add this. And this. Alright, that should do it. It's a bit more of that destroyed section, which will probably help to sell the idea that this is the remainings of the destroyed entry. So yeah, that will be probably enough for this element of the base. I want to have some ventilations placed here, because the idea is that there was a nice entrance here. So let's make some vents in this place that will nicely carry the design here. It is still kind of messy because the base was destroyed, so why it shouldn't be. Actually, this piece would work miles better. Yeah, just something like this. Guys, in terms of the videos for the channel in the foreseeable future, in October we'll focus only on live streams, and there will be 2 more. One more when we will be building another MOC from your suggestions, and one set building stream, because I got a set for a nice price in like a week ago from the previous year, and it should be a fun and quite fast build stream, so I hope to see you there. And something we'll be doing. And I also wanted to do another live session of building a MOC from your ideas, like I said. So those are the things I'm hoping to do with during the October, when I'll be quite busy with university. So that's why we'll be going a bit more in the live streaming stuff. For the videos, the first video that will appear will be in the early November. Yeah, November. And it will be based on, it will be basically, there will be clone bases in a Lego Time Challenge that I will make, that I made already actually. So they are ready, but they are just waiting for the time to upload them. I don't think I want to have a lot of details in the back, as it won't be visible at all. But just bits of it, really. Some basic crates in the back to help sell this place. Help sell this design, actually. Those crates, we're just taking this technique part with some nice grooves in each section, just putting tile and just putting a 2x2 plate, just enough to make some cool looking crates that are very basic, very easy. Oh, let me show you. Very easy, but they are doing just enough of a job to make a design more interesting. What's your favorite music genre? Adam, I'm not listening to any particular music. I'm just to any particular genre, because I just don't. I enjoy what I enjoy, and just depends really. I love the film music. I love a bit of rock. Sometimes a bit of pop. I'm not really a specialist in terms of this music genre, so maybe I'm mixing some stuff, but it really depends, man. It really depends. Alright, this. I also want this. Oh, let me get some fun pieces. I know that I had a pot. And I have a nice knife that will be definitely usable for the camp. I know oh, here it is. I have a pot. A great piece. So we'll make some soup, definitely. Some fun. Guys, what color the soup should be? I feel like yellow screams Star Warsy. And just a trans clear element. And we have a nice soup. Actually, maybe trans clear element tile, 1x1 rounded tile, but in the color of the soup. So maybe, I'm not sure what I have here. Oh, no, we are not going to do the yellow one. We are going to do the green one. A green soup. That's a great idea for Star Wars. It probably wouldn't taste the best, but I feel like if you are a survivor and stranded on a planet, there won't be much fun stuff to eat. God, I had autocorrect as I said you're like that once, and it makes that the permanent autocorrect. All right. I know what you mean, that autocorrection is sometimes just you misspell something, you'll set it, you'll send it, and then the phone thinks that it is still a correct form for your stuff. That I know what you mean. It is really angering. Ewoks up. Yeah, definitely. No, no. They didn't hunt for Ewoks. If so, Ewoks hunt for them. It's probably something like plant-based. There's a lot of plants on Endor, so you can said that it was from the plants, but plants are radioactive or something, and yeah, there can be a story there. I probably would like to get some wood logs, but I honestly can't recall where I have those one by one rounded printed. Oh, here they are. I'll show you in a second. But I'll just find the second one. Oh. These pieces, like with the wood texture, are awesome for your builds. And I have the third one. For some just basic trees or some cut down trees, you don't need to have anything more fancy than that. Because I want to have a stash of the woods, of the wood logs on the MOC. That shouldn't be too big, but I also don't want it to be too small. So make a few of them. 3 should be enough for this size of the build. So we'll place them right here. I believe they will, yeah, they will fall apart, unfortunately. But here should be fine. Yeah, that is the look I wanted. Just 3 wood pieces lying casually. A little bit of campfire would be nice. But to make a distinction between the terrain and the firewoods, I would probably do... No, I can't do because it wouldn't... Oh no, I can do. I will do just dark brown as a base color for the woods. So we'll probably just take a bit of the reddish brown elements from here and make this place more usable for the campfire. So the grays of the ashes, basically. Which will be just enough. Oh, I can't see what I have here. A slight fire here, and that would be perfect. And one more, preferably. And burning wood. And probably a bit of stone here to just make it work nicer. But that should be held on something. So I feel like we need a nice element to make it work somehow. Probably a little construction from the few elements, really. So like I said, the next MOC will be in November, but there will be quite a bit of streams, and there is also going to be like 2 streams in November. We will be celebrating 10-year anniversary of Battlefront 2015, which is crazy to say that it's been already 10 years from this, but that game meant a lot for me because it was so exciting to have a new Star Wars huge Star Wars game, and the Battlefront to add to that. So definitely fun stuff. And we are going to celebrate with a smaller creation from Battlefront 2. Battlefront 1. I was thinking originally for some just video based on the Battlefront, but I just won't have the time for it. So we'll just do a live stream for the celebration. So soup is held on. We have an officer here with the cookie. Probably we need a place to put his hat somewhere. I had a fun piece. Or maybe I didn't. I used it already in that bigger MOC. So let's use... Alright, that will be okay. Just a little transformator. That will be standing right in this place. And we'll be able to put this here. Or here. No. Right beside it. And I want to have a stormtrooper just chilling really on the ground. By the campfire. Holding a gun and maybe looking at the horizon or something. The wreckage base is almost done. I mean, we need to have a wall still, but the part of the destroyed element is already done, so... Those few grenades that they have here will be will probably come in handy with fighting with Ewoks. And I just destroyed every lock piece I put here. That's fine, we'll make it work. Oh. As for the wall section, I will do just a really basic, and I mean by that, basic wall design. That will be just enough for the size of this build. But I want to first attach a bit more of the plant pieces. Because, as you know, Endor is just filled with vegetation and wildlife. Alright, this and this. Yeah, it should work nicely. Especially with a lot of these green leaves. They are such a fantastic pieces to have. Let's make this wall probably something very quick. A little bit of no ventilation maybe later, but to continue that wall design. Here it is, 1x5 piece. I was searching for it for my latest MOC and I just couldn't find it in that pile. 1x5 is just such a weird piece because it isn't 1x4, it isn't 1x6, and my eyes are just not yet very used to it, and I just can't find it easily in the pile of bricks. But probably that will change after some time, hopefully. Alright, and for this section I wanna have a bit something more going on. So I'll use brackets. Ventilation on the other side. This will have this piece, and I need 2x4 actually, piece to make this, to sell this as a destroyed section of the base. I feel like this should work nicely. Probably here I need a curvature. I need to make it in some way more curved. And that is what I wanted. It's kind of becoming heavy and I don't want that, but I can't really do much about it now. Because it is a really light connection. Where do you buy your pieces? I buy my pieces mostly from Bricklink, but sometimes I will use Lego shop. But mostly from Bricklink. I just find it much easier. Maybe not much easier, but just the parts gets much faster, because in Lego you need to wait a considerable amount of time, and maybe if you are in Lego store, that's probably a good time to pick up some parts from Pick a Brick Wall if you have the access for it. But other than that, I just use Bricklink stores. Alright, it's a very delicate connection now, but it should be enough to hold it. I need one more of these and probably something like this to add here and strengthen this design, adding few more additional plates and tiles. Do I have tiles? I mean tiles, yes, I have few of the curved tiles yet, I didn't use everything in my last build. That's good to see, as I will be able to nicely round it off this design. And that should be it. I can't use Bricklink every time I have bought from anyone. I always get 3 less pieces, so I have to use Lego. Adam, that's unfortunate, but do you check for the reputation of the store? Because you can check that. Maybe you just were buying from unfortunate people, or that were trying to scam you on pieces. Or maybe just seller was unaware that they did mistakes in your order, and maybe you can just contact them and ask for the refund, or they usually do like 150 or 200% of the coupon of the worth for your stuff that you bought from them. It depends on the store, really. I will put the hat. Oh, I'll put the hat. Oh, I can put that hat here, so I need to attach it some way. Probably a acrylic piece will be enough to hold it. Yeah, hat will be here, just laying nicely. So check definitely the seller's reputation, and if everything is alright, you could contact the seller always if something is missing from your order. And they should do a refund in some way for those pieces. So this, and this. Oh, this isn't looking good by any means. I need a design that will be Star Wars-y. If this is even a word. But here I can actually do, as this was the top ones, I can do, this actually can work to have this, but something is missing for this section. I just can't pull my finger what it is. What should I add here to make it more nice? But maybe I will leave it just like this. When did you start with Lego and what was your first set? Car, I started with Lego when I was really young, probably like 3 years old, with some various Lego stuff, also some knockoff stuff because it was way cheaper to buy them, and Lego was really a premium product. I feel like it is still now. But I had a few sets with Lego. I had a giant bin of just random Lego parts that I was using. And the first set, I can't even remember it. It's just so long ago, man. So, that's the best response I can give you. Alright, and I probably need some antenna piece here. Or actually, maybe not antenna, but just a sensor of some kind. So, like this. No, this way. And that should do it. No, that is not what I wanted. But I definitely want, as I said, a delicate connection, which just broke completely. I'm losing everything here. So maybe. Let's do just a simple antenna because I have no idea what else you could do here. But something here just isn't right for me. So I'll use this and I will add additional plate here to kind of make it more interesting. Oh, I know what. The ingot piece will be great here. Ingot piece is always a way to go. if you want to have a little bit of more detailing on the creation. Alright, let's clean all this up. As we don't need any more of those pieces. And everyone, we have finished this walk for today. What is your favorite Star Wars movie? My favorite Star Wars movie is The Last Jedi. Smiley Motion, hello, welcome to the end of the stream, unfortunately. But I'm glad you made it at the right at the end to see the creation. Maybe use inverted slope pieces 2x2 or 2x4 for the stronger connection. Maybe, but the problem is they don't have anything to hold on because it's just a single row of bricks, so there's no connection here. But that's fine because it's a back section that won't be really visible. It's just to be something from the front. Hello from Dubai. William, welcome to the stream. Hello from Poland. It looks so good. I love the ruined look. Thank you, Adam. Hello, Starmax from Dubai. I love your channel. William, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. So this is our remnants of the Imperial base on Endor that are used now by the Imperial remnants that are left on and are stranded on this planet. They have a bit of the leftover Imperial equipment that they could gather, like some blue milk, some cookie, a bit of grenades, a bit of ammunition, and also they got some firewood in the back. They have a nice fireplace, a simple fireplace with soup cooking from the plants, for example. There are bits of remaining parts of the base, a very simple design but works, I feel like. Or some simple antenna. Only one door is left because the other one was blown up to pieces. And there is a bit of the cargo in the back that is still for the Empire to use. a simple creation. Thank you very much to the... I can't recall the name of the person that suggested that idea, but it is all for him or for her. It was visible in the... Actually, let me pull that comment up. So here it is. Thank you for submitting your idea, man or woman. I can tell who is there. Thank you so much. It was a fantastic idea, something unique, something fun, and something different. And I hope you enjoyed the process, or when you will see it in the replay, gang. Also, hello to everyone that are watching this in the replay, because I know some of you are. And I hope you enjoyed a bit of the MOC, or you just completely skip the stream to the end. That's also fine. So tell me in the comments, did you liked it if you were replaying the live stream? Coolbit Ishan, thank you very much. Your MOCs are great. Smile emotion, thank you so much for the kind words. What's your favorite Lego Star Wars set? William, it's Kylo Ren's TIE Starfighter it was called, but it is TIE Silencer basically. Hey again, I have just finished my tanks. Nice job, see you in the next stream. Ferraz, that's great to hear that you finished your build and your tanks. Awesome to hear that, man, and thank you for being here. How often do you do live streams in a month? Car, I try to do 2 a month. I always set 1 day like notification before the live stream. The YouTube isn't the best with keeping active notifications because YouTube changed a lot, but some of you are getting it. I also post the notification on Instagram there with the countdown, so I try to do my best to announce the live stream. So I hope to see you at some point. Mostly, hello, welcome. Right at the end of the stream to see the little vignette piece we made here today. 1.5 hours, just enough to make something so simple and so a fun build regardless. I like the whole stream, been here from the start. See ya later, man. S3 Falk, thank you very much for joining the stream and joining the conversation as well. That's awesome. No way, it feels like you stream every week to me. Adam, I hoped it did, because I was providing new content weekly basically from July. It was a stream or a video. Now it will be kind of decreased in the amount of stuff, but we'll still have 3 live streams in October. We'll have 2 live streams and 1 video in November, and like at least 2 live streams and 1 video, or maybe 2 videos for December. Definitely 2 videos for the channel members. I'm not sure how the publication date will be for everyone in December. So yeah. It's beautiful, thank you very much. What will be the next video? The next video will be Lego Bases in Time Challenge. It will be in November. Do you get your parts of Bricklink? That's where I get mine. Yes, I use Bricklink for my parts. So, everyone joining. I try to make a bit nicer angle of this build without dropping everything, because some things are just put here loosely. Like this crate that just moved nicely here. A fun little creation, nothing too crazy. I tried to put as much Endor vegetation here as I could. I would like to build a tree at some point, but the trees on Endor are big, and that is a whole other thing to do. Yeah, you have so much Lego, a stop motion would be super cool. Stop motion is just such a time-heavy thing to do that I thought about it a few years ago, but it's just something not for me. So, thank you very much everyone who joined and who were with me on this live build session. I know I can see by the analytics that a lot of you were just listening in the back and just doing your own thing, and that's also great that you were present in a way. Thank you especially to those who were contributing in the live chat and were present and talking and providing the topics of the conversation. See you soon everyone. The next live stream will be next Saturday actually. We'll be doing a stream back to back with building a set and talking some Star Wars. So have a good night, and I really like your content. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Is the Imperial logo a sticker or a custom piece? William, it's an official piece. It's a piece from the It was a solo battle pack with the speeder from Corellia. It had 3 of those pieces. It is an official Lego piece. Ishan, fun stream. I'm gonna head out. Looking forward to the October streams. Ishan, thank you very much for stopping by for another yet stream. I appreciate you very much. And we'll do a face reveal. I won't. Not anytime soon. MOCs are great. Thank you, Smiley. Thanks everyone, and see you soon.